Alright guys, welcome back to the video. So, as you can see here, she's nice and sanded. So I haven't been in the boat for maybe a couple of days. Even next week, I'm not going to be in the boat. We're going to be taking the truck to a truck show. That one there, so going to be spending next week just cleaning it up. But in this video, I'm just going to tell you where we're at and what material we're going to use for the stringers, the keel, the transom, the whole lot. So essentially, it is a very heated topic on what material to use. In my opinion, if money doesn't matter and you want to spend heaps in your boat, there's no limits. So I can blow this boat out 100 grand easy, no problem. So, but I'm not going to do that because it's just a fishing boat. I just want something to take the family out and be safe. So, does the material in your boat affect longevity? Probably not. It's more, did you seal it right? But essentially, you can do foam, you can do, what's the other one? Coosa, I think that's another foam there. Thermalite you can do ply, you can do timber, you can do anything really. Thermalite is 500 and something a sheet. I think the foam is not much shy of that, maybe 300. Ply is pretty close to 200 or something like that, depending on which one you get. For the time being, we're going with the ply. So 3 layers of ply on the back. The stringers and the keel, we're going to use Douglas fir. It's a straight grain, it's dry kilned, and the only reason why I went with it, because I did speak to a guy who was very fond of the foam, very nice bloke, but there's a lot of work involved to make the foam structural. So obviously you got the 5 litre inside here, which is heavy. In my opinion, the foam will work. Like, he showed me some really good materials that he uses and the way he strengthens them up. But if I run one timber across here with a bonding underneath, obviously, put the timber on top, layer it over 2-3 layers, that's done. If I were to put foam, so obviously we did take that piece off that was on here, you're going to do 3 layers of foam, and in between each foam you're going to put a layer of fiberglass. So the way he was saying, you do 1 foam, you prop it up, 2 layers of fiberglass, 1 foam, 2 layers of fiberglass, and then you coat it with 5 layers of fiberglass or more over the top to get the strength. So actually the foam is not the strength, it's just the profile. But essentially, once you've fiberglassed it, the foam doesn't have to be there, which I get the common sense. I understand it, like the concept of it all, but it's a lot of work in a big boat. Like, for me to put 7 layers on stringers, like it's a lot of work, and I'm not doing it inside a garage or a shed. I don't have that facilities, so we're just going to do it the old school way, bulk boards. Just, it's a lot faster. So essentially, on the back here, we'll drill out every single hole, we fill it up. We're going to put 2 sheets of 1708. I think it's one's 1708 and one's a little bit different. I think one's vertical, one's 45. Then we put in between each board, we're going to put a sheet. And then same with the keel. But before we lay any sheets down, we're going to put 2 layers down on the whole floor of the boat. So that's going to take a fair bit of work, but we need the strength in the boat. And to work out the materials you need in the floor and the transom, essentially I measured it, so that's 1100 from there. The sheet's 1200, and I think the boat's 2 meters wide. So that's 3 sheets gone, there's no offcuts. For the floor, I'm pretty sure it's 36, just a bit over 36 to our bulkhead we're going to do here. So essentially we're going to need 3 sheets for the floor, And then this bulkhead here, it is wider than a normal ply sheet for marine ply. So I think I've got 25/50 or 25 in between the two sides. So we're gonna need a bigger board. I think they call them jumbo plies. We'll probably do a 25 mil there just to get the strength. And the reason why I went ply, like if you press down on these sides, it's not structural at all. Like she flexes, so she needs some strength in her. So when we put the bulkheads up in here, that's obviously gonna hold it. I'm not saying foam's not gonna hold it. It's our fiberglass will hold it, but ply is a lot easier in my eyes. And then we're gonna need a bulkhead going across here in between the engine bay and the back. Then we're gonna go maybe 200 and another bulkhead. And then that's where we're gonna start our fish box. We'll probably go 1500, another bulkhead to close off the fish box. And then we're gonna do another bulkhead here, 300 off that bulkhead for a step down. So essentially, that's how I'm gonna break down what I'm gonna use. And for the sideboards, essentially, obviously you got the tank starting from there, probably finish around here. So you're gonna need the bulkhead that comes up from here. We're just gonna go 200 out, 200 up. Same as this side, 200 out, 200 up. So we'll have enough to do 2 out of 1 board with some offcuts to do maybe a shelf up here. And same on this side, nice shelf. The inside, I'm not sure how much ply I'm going to use in here, only because I don't know how high I'm going to do the boxes on the sides. But I'm essentially going to need one more sheet in there to close off the anchor well. And we're going to strengthen it up because we're going to have our Lone Star in there. So we're going to beef that area up to hold the Lone Star. Yeah, so that's with the material. If you have any comments on the material I'm using, let me know. I do realise there is better products out there than ply, but at the end of the day, doesn't matter what you use, eh? It will last, even if it gets me 7 years, 8 years. That's 8 years you're enjoying with your kids, you know. It's all good. But yeah, guys, so that's where we're at in the boat. So you know what material we're going to use in this thing. So all next week, like I said, there'll be no videos. I'll be concentrating on the truck just to get it ready. And then the following week, I will be picking up the resin and all the fiberglass, and we will be starting on laying up the fiberglass. And let me know what your opinion on this pole out the front. So obviously it's that bar there. Do you reckon might as well just take it off and remove it, strengthen up this area and put a bolt-on one up the top? Or you reckon leave it? In my opinion, I think I should just spend the time and remove it. I don't think it would be original. So I think once he's finished sandblasting it, we'll take that out. We're going to layer up the whole floor from front to back. And then we're going to do the stringers and then the keel. So guys, that's where we're at. If you have any opinions or you're liking these videos, don't forget to hit the button. And I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.